Hello everyone, it's Precious Doll right here, and in this video I will show you how to cut and sew a MILKMAID dress. Watch until the end if that is what you are interested in. Like and subscribe. I draw a vertical line at the edge of my paper. I deducted 6 inches from the length measurement by going up by 6, then inputting my shoulder to waist and drawing a straight line across. I draw a straight line across at my under bust too, and also at my chest line. Here I input my across front chest divided by 2. On the chest line I input my bust circumference divided by 4, and on the waistline I input my waist measure circumference divided by 4. So I'm going to use my curve ruler. This is going to be the armhole, and I'm going to connect a straight line from the chest line to the waist. So now I'm going to go down from the chest line by ½ inch and connect it to the armhole because I want the armhole to be a little bit lower. Using my French curve, I'm going to draw a curve line to the under bust line like so. So do so with your French curve ruler. Afterward, I cut out my front pattern after adding the sewing allowance. Now onto the back. I also deducted 6 inches from the length of the back, and I also include the zipper allowance. So here I'm marking my chest line and my under bust line. So at the center back for the back, I'm going to go in by 5 inches at the waist for the back tightening. Then I'll measure my waist circumference divided by 4, and I will also include 1 inch for my dart. On the chest line here, I will input my bust, which is 34 divided by 4, and I'm going to connect a line from the chest line to the waistline. Now at the top, I input my across back measurement divided by 2, which is 6, and I connect it to the chest line, going down by 0.5 inches at the chest line to show the armhole. And now I draw out my darts. This is the part I'm going to cut out. I include my zipper allowance here, and this is for the front and for the back. So now I cut the front out at the under bust, and I'm going to place this part on another paper. I'm going to extend it out by how wide I want it to be because I'm going to gather this part. So this is how long it is. I extended it by 10 inches. You can do more or less. So this is how the pattern is looking like. So I have cut out my pattern on fabric. So this part will be for the lower part of the dress. So this is the sleeve part. This is the sleeve. I'm going to make a channel at the top and bottom of the sleeve. The sleeve length is 9. You can make yours longer. It's because the fabric is not enough. That's why mine is not as long as much. So the width is 31. You can make yours less or more. So this is the skirt. I'm going to input my waist measurements, waist circumference divided by 4, and draw a slant line down. You can make yours as you want. So this is how the skirt part is looking, the lower part is looking like after I cut it out, and this is for the upper part of the bust. So what I'm going to do now is to make a channel at the top. That channel and I'm going to gather the lower part. The channel I make at the top will serve as the passage for the elastic because I'm going to pass elastic through the top. So after I've stitched it, I also run a stitch at the lower part. The stitch is going to be for the gathers. So this is the elastic that will go through the upper part. It is 10 inches. You can make yours more, like 12 inches. So mine is 10 inches, and I'm passing the elastic into the channel. So after passing the elastic into the channel, I'm going to pull the thread to draw the gathers at the lower part. So after drawing the gathers, this is how it's looking like. So I'm going to take the rest part of the front, and I'm going to join it. I'm going to join it together. I'll first pin it in place. After I pin it in place, then I'll stitch it up. So this is how it's looking like after I'm done stitching it in place. So now I'm going to add the lower part of the dress to it. I first notch it in the middle for the top and for the lower part of the dress. So after I notch it, I'll make sure the notching is rhyme, and I'm going to pin it in place. After I pin it in place, I stitch it up. So this is how it's looking like after I'm done stitching. So now onto the back. Now the first thing I'll do for the back is to open it up because I cut 2 pieces for the back. So I'm going to stitch the dart in place. After I stitch the dart in place for the back, this is how it's looking like. And I'm going to join the lower pieces for both sides of the back to it. So I'll join this to it, and I also join the second side. So after joining, I also attach the side. I join the side seam together, I sew the side seam together, and I also add the zipper to the center back. So this is how it looks like now. It is time to add the sleeve. So I have sewed the channel at the top and bottom of the sleeve. This channel, elastic will pass through this channel that I have made at the top and bottom. So before I add my elastic, I'm going to shape it out. I'll place the armhole of the front on the side of the sleeve and shape it out. After I shape it out, then I join it together, and this is the end result. Subscribe and follow for more tutorials.